Alrighty, so welcome to the Thursday night stream. I'm your host, Prof39. Today I'll be streaming a bunch of games, because why the hell not? Yeah, so let's just get started with the first lineup now. I'll give details later. Alright. So, trying to think of what to talk about immediately off rip, because I got myself some things I'll be doing next week. Nope. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing stuff the next coming days, and I'll be probably unable to stream for a while. So I figure I get that out of the way. But yeah, I'm gonna be streaming like maybe 2 to 3 games this stream right now. Yeah, 2 to 3 streams, 2 to 3 games on the stream. We're starting off simply enough where I last streamed, Ravenfield. Though not technically a Survivor game, it is a game that is remarkably, at the very least, somewhat close and similar in concept. The idea of having a sandbox-natured game while also having like a crazy amount of stuff go on is, well, it's interesting. Let's just leave it at that. And I figured it'd be easier to ease myself into this rather than going headlong first into some other game. Let's say like Vampire Survivor, yet another zombie survivor game, Achilles Survivor. Alright, but yeah. So, I've already pre-selected the stuff that I was going to be doing, and that would be probably Vampire Survivor and Achilles. Well, maybe 3. Who knows if I got the time to squeeze out that much. Let's see here. What is a good preset that I want? Sure, why not? Let's go with this. Alright, let's go with something fairly simple and standard. We got time to spare, so let's see here. Everyone's clamoring on about the new Battlefield game, right? Let's go somewhere that's in its... Let's go somewhere that's in its terrible, terrible future. Let's see here. 45 on 45. Let's do that. And while I'm at it, actually, make sure that... I think one of my stuff... Yeah, there we go. Gore. And then why not suppression as well? Alright, there we go. If I gotta change anything, I'll change it. But for now... this is the way it is. Yeah, so 45 on 45 in the fall of Berlin in Battlefield. Except I'm playing with Call of Duty skin and the opposing force is like some random schmuck. Yeah, give it a sec. It might be loading, I think. Nope. There we go. Alright, let's see what I can draw from, because I got myself a lot of stuff. See, use that. Actually, I don't want to use the... Can I get something that isn't the Raider? Ammo bag. Let's see. Squad leader kit. Sure, why not? A katana. Because I'm a fucking weeb. And... no, okay. So it's either the katana and that. Why not get that too? Alrighty. Now let's just deploy. Alright, the fall of Berlin, boys. Oh god! All we need now is just battle cries and yells going off, and this would be pretty much Battlefield 6 in a nutshell. You know what? Actually, real quick, because, yeah, it's been a while since I last touched some of these configs I had. I think my most up-to-date is unironically supposed to be, like, War Beyond. So I guess we'll just rock with that for a while, then. I'll just make sure at the very least that things are up to snuff, at least. Let's see. For now, I'm gonna disable gore, not because I have anything against it, just because, as a whole, it's already a pain in the ass trying to get it to work for the time being. And let me just make doubly sure. Yeah, because I was like experimenting around with like a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I was just like, yeah, I was pretty much experimenting around with like a bunch of stuff that's here that we got. Let's see. Super HUD Hider, Universal. Yeah, no, I think that's pretty much about it. Alright, here we go. Let's go somewhere more colorful, shall we? Like Flood Zone. Surely that's colorful, right? A flood zone? Alrighty, here we are. Alright. Let's see here. Get ourselves a underbarrels. Yeah, just get myself an underbarrel SMG rocket. Yeah, okay. Now let's see here. Immortal shot. Meta shot. Yeah, get myself a frag grenade. OT frag. Anti-armor equipment. And field assistant, because why not? Yeah, here we go. Now this is large scale. Hear that? It's the sound of war, gentlemen. Welcome to my nightmare. God. Oh, God. Let me see if my reshade will affect now. So yeah, I'm trying to really think about what to talk about in here. For the most part, I've been just thinking on some things. There's been a lot of things that's been going on lately above the table and such. So that's what's up, I guess. Outside of that though. But yeah, outside of that though, more immediately. For the most part, yeah, I guess that's really about it. Climate right now is a bit, it's a bit murky, as it were. Weather's been pretty, weather here in New York's been pretty humid. Well, I'll say literally humid. So it's kind of, I'm trying to, like, debate if I want to, like, remove my AC or not. What else is there? News have been talking about stuff. I'm not gonna say on stream, but, you know, I guess. Oh man, everyone's talking about it though. Yeah, everyone's been talking about it in one extent or another, what's been going around on the news. I'm tempted to talk about it, but I would like to still adhere and uphold my mandate. At the very least, not referring to subjects directly, at least. That being said, I can't exactly ignore it either, can I? Shit, is the water level rising? Oh shit, it is. Get above ground! Get above ground! Oh damn, I'm just fucking shredded. I'm not sure if I should. Alrighty. Jeez. Oh, freefall mic though. Water's rising on this map. I did not expect that. Kinetic piece of shit. Oh boy. I gotta put my mind away to what's going on in the current climate right now in terms of like media circus. So let me think off the top of my head. I really do. I want to talk about the very least personal stuff. I want to talk about personal stuff. So as I mentioned before, I am going to be away. I'm going to be away for a while. I would say in terms of what I'll be doing the next few days. I'm not going to be at my normal. I'm not going to be here to stream, so there's that. I do plan on doing more stuff at some point. I do want to do like more stuff, like legit, like actual stuff. There's like a few games I do want to try and pick up on a bit. I'm kind of maybe thinking picking up like Silent Hill or something like that. Silent Hill 2 to be specific, because that's the only Silent Hill game I actually do have. Yeah. Let's stick around till the fat lady sings, shall we? So, yeah, I'm thinking of doing Silent Hill, and then afterwards I want to do, like, Silent Hill F, because you know, that game is pretty interesting as well. But yeah, I do want to try and do Silent Hill F, I do want to do that. What else do I want to do? I do want to take on Hollow Knight at some point as well, and afterwards maybe Silk Song. I don't know why people are hyped up about it. I can gauge why, but you know. Was the first Hollow Knight really that great? Alright, victory. But yeah, was the first Hollow Knight really that great? I mean... I'm not gonna downplay it and say like, oh man, people are getting overhyped about it, you know? It's just like... But it is one of those things where it's just got me thinking like, huh, is it really that good? And if so, should I try and pick it up at some point? The answer is going to be, of course, emphatically yes, but alright, but yeah. The answer is going to be emphatically yes on that front, I'm sure, for some people. But yeah, let me see. Alright, right now I'm just like going through some of these things. One moment as I sort through this stuff. Alrighty, yeah. Alright, but yeah. I do want to try pick up on those games at some point, and I fully intend on doing so. So there's that. Let me think, what else? I'm thinking as well... Give me a sec. But yeah, I'm thinking as well... for like other things too. Damn it, what am I thinking of right now? Because I got like a dozen things in my mind that I do wanna try and explore upon a bit. Damn, I'm really trying to think, like, games. So what games do I have, actually, real quick? Make sure. I do want to stream, like, Tainted Grail as well, actually, now that I think about it. That's an actual story game. Although I'll probably do a New Game Plus run of it, mostly because just to cut out the time of me grinding for my stuff and making my build. Kind of like the way I streamed Skyrim, you know? Then there's Bomb Rush Cyberpunk as well, another game that I oh so enjoy. Oh, well, actually, I haven't tried it out. Maybe I should, no, though. So that's another game I got under the belt. Sorry, I'm right now just selecting this stuff. Aish, jeez. I know what this does. Paint all. Yeah, figured as much. Alrighty. Okay, let's see. Let's do one more match worth and take it from there, I guess. 45 on 45 again. Let's actually make this haunted, shall we? Make it haunted. The amount of eagles on my team will be 10 to like 60 or something. We'll do this at night as well. So yeah, trying to think. I really don't typically do horror games. I'm not sure Resident Evil would even classify as horror anymore. Mostly because after Resident Evil 4, it's kind of sort of dipped into something else. And yeah. Still can't wait for Resident Evil 5. Okay, this is not as I expected, but you know what? Whatever, I'll take it. I'm willing to try out something new and seeing how this pans out. Prepare for incoming wave. Wave 1. Thinking of revisiting a few old haunts I used to do. But yeah, I'm thinking of like revisiting old haunts of games I used to play. Thinking about like revisiting Warface at some point, because that was actually a game I think I streamed a good chunk of times. The problem with Warface is that obviously it's a free-to-play game. But yeah, the more prominent aspect of Warface is the fact that it's a free-to-play game. And it's a game that I, way back when, spent a considerable amount of cash on. How much cash? Well, I don't want to say, but it was definitely a good chunk of change. I think to this day, my account is still my account is still accessible. I always revisit it every now and then. But yeah, I always take time to revisit it every now and then, and I know that Apparently, more recently, Warface, and specifically it is called now Warface Clutch. But yeah, so apparently now they are implementing some changes to the content, PvE content specifically, to which I am curious about. But yeah, I am curious about those changes that are coming to Warface, because apparently they're making it accessible to solo players. But yeah, they're making it accessible to solo players for the main story stuff. So there's that. They're also revamping certain other stuff as well, but at the same time I can't help but think to myself, just like, how much are they really going to change for it? Warface has always been like a MMO type endeavor in terms of the way it approaches stuff. Despite the fact that it started up predominantly as like a first-person shooter. First-person shooter ordeal. It is still by design somewhat of an MMO approach. And the fact that it's got a story content, it's got some. The fact that it's got like story content and such, as well as like it's got story content, it's got like a bunch of stuff, it's got like, characters with lore and such. It's overall pretty interesting to see the fact that the game is pretty much standing in some merit, like in trying to have a story. Because most first-person shooter game endeavors of the Warface's caliber don't really bother having it. So when it first came out, and when it first came out, and it was revealed to have a story, it was kind of interesting. I'm not sure where it stands now. Last I checked was like, I think specifically it was like, oh man, I'm trying to remember specifically. After, I think back in 2018, 2017, I think it was like in the tail end of my high school years to my college years, Warface had pretty much moved to enabling like recurring characters. Obviously you had the Colonel, I think, yeah, they had the Colonel Warface. But yeah, you had Colonel Warface, you know, yes, that is his actual name, by the way. That's his code name, rather. But yeah, you had the Colonel Warface, you know, there and doing his whole thing. And he was like commanding officer of the ranks. And then you had like characters from like previous stuff, like Oberon Black. And then you have like Agent Noda. And then you have Ursula. Yeah, I'm trying to think, what was her name again? I think it was like Ursula Blackwood. You like all these characters with like really, with like stories and histories and such. It's really, I'm not sure interesting is the right word to describe it, but it's fascinating how much they decided to like flush out this world. But yeah, it's fascinating how much they decide to flush out this world and the amount of content that's in it. They've also, over the course of time, added like a bunch of guns as well. Some of which you have to get through like gacha crates, which is fucking horseshit. I would rather just pay a flat price for guns, if that's what it was. But yeah. So you got like things like that, and then what else was there? They have added new maps, and they have added, like, legit new content. But some of it hasn't been as well maintained. Like, for example, the PvE modes has kind of sort of fallen to the wayside. Team Deathmatch is, to some extent, a pay-to-win experience because of the aforementioned added guns. I'm not sure if they'll rebalance the older guns to, at the very least, be on par. But let me just say, time to kill is absurd in the game. But yeah, time to kill is ridiculously low because you got like a bunch of guns that are like really strong, armor that's kind of sort of as effective as tissue paper, and top it off, you also have a hacker problem too, which is not fun when combined with the previous two assessments. I'm not sure if they'll ever. I'm not sure if Warface will resolve those issues directly, but still. I know that apparently it's popular in the Slavic regions of the world. You know, so like Russia, maybe somewhere, you know, maybe somewhat in Belarus or, you know, any other like former USSR satellite states, maybe even Ukraine and such. I don't know, I don't know the statistics, but here in the West, it's kind of sort of like on the wayside a little bit. In which I suppose that's the consequence of like a variety of factors. But yeah, I presume that's just like the consequence of a variety of factors that pretty much led the game to be the way it is now. Alrighty. Alrighty, let's switch gears now, because I feel like we've not so much drifted on Ravenfield for too long, but at the very least, we should try and get to actual Survivor games. So let me see here. What's a game that I'm somewhat enamored by? You know, let's start off... Let's start off somewhat relatively easy-ish. Let me see here if this has a... Yeah, why not? This is yet another Zombie Survivors game. Well, ignore the game part. It just says yet another Zombie Survivors. It's a game published and developed by Awesome Game Studios. I'm not being sponsored to say this. I'm just speaking the due diligence that it deserves. Now, the developers themselves have made a fair amount of games on their own right. I'm looking through the store page and... Yeah, I'm looking through the store page to see what they got. You got some games that are like pretty much simple Flash-esque games. Although looking through it, these games came specifically from 2014. So suffice it to say, the quality of standard is different from nowadays. Their first game came out in 2013 with Ozzy, Earth Adventure. It was a platformer game, and, well, yeah. And let me see here. Their previous entry into gaming was Fury Unleash. It was another platformer game. Yeah, give me a sec, actually. Let me just showcase their catalog, just so that way you guys get the point. So, this was their last game, according to published date, 2020. And overall, a lot of their games have been fairly well received. Some, they're not exactly like a big studio title. So, you know, it's not like crazy numbers I'm expecting. So far, this is probably one of their most expensive games yet. Yeah, it says here like $20. Okay, but yeah. This one's free to play. Oh, wow. Alright, but yeah, this is their most recent title that was released in 2023. It's a game that's in early access right now, and it's currently, I think at the very least, probably somewhat close to its, it's probably somewhat close to its, final release date. But yeah, they're working on adding new maps and such, and new things. Pretty much typical stuff for a survivor type game. And so, yeah. Nope. Alright, yeah. Alright, let's kick it off now. This game I actually played around with. It's pretty good all around. I do recommend maybe getting it on sale, but you probably wouldn't go remiss for getting it full price either. Alright. Yet another zombie survivors game. So, if I'm gonna be honest right now, I kind of sort of spot, like, 3? Yeah, maybe like 3, maybe 2, maybe 5, like, asset store stuff. I'm not gonna bang on the use of, like, I'm not gonna bang too much on the use of, like, assets and such, as many would probably remiss and, like, and declare that realistically it's about how you use those assets. And so in the way that this game uses it, while it's simplistic, it is still under, at the very least, some sort of creative use. It's not like wholesale use where it's just like, you know, it's not like straight out wholesale use where it's just like, oh yeah, you know, I'm gonna slap down, you know, my name on it and claim that I made everything, sort of thing, you know? I would imagine if I looked at the credits, it's likely going to say that, yeah, these are the assets we use, and from where, and these are the licenses we have. So, I am currently playing the Ghost, a character you get after slaying 100 boss-type enemies. And to say the least, the Ghost is pretty alright, you know? He's, for a character you get, like, pretty late into the game, or at the very least, like, midway in the game's progression system, he's a very powerful character, early on, at the very least. This is assuming, like, after you get, like, all sorts of, like, upgrades and such. But my creme de la creme character is the Engineer. The Engineer is my go, because when I first got into this game, I played the Engineer. And by golly, the Engineer is just fucking an absolute gem. He's got like all sorts of like crazy shit in his back pocket and up his ass. And then you got like all sorts of like, yeah, he's got like all sorts of like crazy gadgets up his ass cheeks and such. And he's got like all sorts of like powerful effects too. Mostly in the sense that he could like chain very easily, and he's very good for controlling areas. Admittedly, I will concede to this notion right now. He early on will not be as powerful, but as soon as you like get into like various upgrades and boost his like basic gear, he becomes quickly like a really good. He becomes a really good character. And that's what is so great about it. In fact, I actually quote-unquote beat this game's progression system by just playing as the Engineer and nothing else. Admittedly, I also got like a bunch of other support characters too. It wasn't just the Engineer alone. But all around, he was a decisive factor in the matter. Let me see here. Here we go. Got duct tape. Why not? Get that. Get a strong protective field instead. Ah, yeah, now we're cooking. Alright, let's upgrade the taser, because I want to unlock the energy cannon that the Engineer has. So right now, what I'm trying to do is at the very least reach like 20 minutes in the endless Horde mode. Because getting 20 minutes unlocks more modes, and that means like more stuff for me to play around with. Now I'm gonna get the, right now, I wanna, if there was ever a survivor grab, I'm probably just gonna keep going until I get the medic. Because realistically, the only thing that really stops me in this mode, the only thing that really stops me is projectile-based stuff. Anything else is like kind of like whatever. But yeah, look at that. The engineer is just absolutely shredding through these guys. It's absurd, you know? Look at this. Of course, that's not to downplay the Ghost's effect, because obviously melee and close quarters combat is really important for a guy like for the engineer's defensive parameter. But yeah. Let's see here. Get the taser to be level 4. Super speed. Let's see here. Sure, get more regeneration. If I can't get the medic, just continuously stack a shitload of. Just stack a shitload of regeneration. Mod chip packed system to allow crit hits to give a stacking buff. Sure, why not? Eat shit, panty waste. Look at that now, that's just beautiful. I am trying to power up the Ghost. I do want to see like how the Ghost is. Electrocution. Right, too. Cleave. Just get the Tesla upgrade, because the electrocution buff I want specifically is passion, I think. I do want to get like a specific version of the electrocution buff. Let's see. Upgrade the Tesla gun so it becomes a cannon. Reroll medic. There we go. My medic is now actually upgraded to have like a third weapon variety now. Before all she had was like PPK. Yeah, the Walter PPK. There's that. Resuscitation. I want that. I've had an instance where I was like, you probably saw earlier on my record that I was close to being, I was close to having like level 20 minutes on the or on endless mode. So stop giving me venomous, damn it! I don't want venomous. I want fucking the other one. go. There we go. Passion. Some bitches. There we go, medical droid. Now we're cooking kerosene, boys. Funny enough, that's what I said when I played Final Fantasy Mobius. I don't think Square Enix is ever going to release Final Fantasy Mobius ever again. That game was, well, it was actually really good. It was pretty good. Gone so soon. Was it? Let's see. Get more regeneration, just to get that survival rating up. Stim pack, duration. Yeah, why not? Let's get high off hormonal drugs that will alter our body forever to resolve. There's the halfway mark, boys. Holster. Close quarters. Let's see, medical drone upgrade. So that way, when we get to level 4, I'm just gonna keep it like that. Defender variant always regenerates no matter what. Resuscitation. Funnily enough, this game is the only game I know off the top of my head that enables... Yeah, this is the only game that I know of that enables manual aim and the ability to disable auto-fire. The problem is, though, is that the disabling auto-fire feature is kind of shit. Account for like everything else about this game. Manual aim is really good if you're using a character that's like, you know, with a gun. But anything outside of that, you're kind of fucked. Right now, my damage output isn't as high as it can be. Are your dopamine receptors burnt out yet? Because mine aren't yet, somehow. There we go, the blaster. Eat elemental force, bitch. I'm a force in nature. Look at that. We're just clearing this shit out now. Free level. Let's see here. What do we got? Medical drone. Let's go. Defense drone. Yes. Permanent regenerating health. That's adding to the concurrent regenerating health feature. So this is all concurrent right now. I'm now clocking up easily like over like 10 hit points per second. So I'm guessing maybe like close to 18 or 20. Alrighty. Get ourselves into resuscitation, because at the higher levels, I'm going to gauge and assess that we're likely going to be, dear John. But yeah, I'm going to gauge at the higher levels. The likelihood of us getting one shot is going to be pretty high to some extent. Congratulations. Oh, sweet Jesus, yes. You smell that? I love the smell of electricity in the morning. My head is funny. I do kind of want to point out that this game graphics could be better. Now, obviously, they do have a consistent thing going on with the style being like a atypical generic. Yeah, being an atypical generic, you know, Horde survival game. But I feel like they could always do a little bit more, maybe like add like cell shading or something like that. You know, give the characters like some better definition, like, I don't know, maybe like, you're not gonna be seeing these things up close, but I'd still appreciate having like a fine silhouette to see like where I'm at compared to back. Maybe some brighter colors, I don't know, maybe some like brighter lighting conditions. But then again, this is like one map, and this is supposed to be like the starter map also. There are other maps in the game that do have different color grading and variety. I still feel like it could always be... Gameplay-wise, this is like really good still. Gameplay-wise, this is pretty much what I expected out of this. I am curious to like to see like what new stuff they'll try and add in. Because one of the early access promises was just that they'll be adding in like more. Yeah, they'll be adding in like more content in the sense of like more like modifiers, some new characters and maps. I am curious, like after the 1.0 launch, inevitably comes by, and you know they do more stuff. What else are they gonna do? My curiosity. Vampire Survivor was one of those games that kind of sort of gave the idea that, you know, they could just end in finality. At the same time, they, you know, they continue to exist for a long while now. They fucking have like a crossover with Contra and Castlevania and stuff. That's crazy. Blaster up to level, because at that point, the blaster just becomes EFP. This is why I love the engineer. He's just so utilitarian. He's like, yeah, utility, that's what I am. This is just great, though. Just hilarious and great. I love it. This is, if there was ever a bullet hell, this would be definitely bullet hell. But there's no bullets, it's just all hell. Syringe gun. all effects, baby. I can theoretically just stand here and be powerful. Let's see. Oh my fucking god. Jesus Christ. Come on. Come on. You can do it. I refuse to move an inch right now. If anyone's gonna move an inch, it's gonna be them, not me. Alright, fine, I'll move. Don't think this is me flinching. This is me wanting to collect all the XP now. Look at this. Look at this. This is what... I don't want to say this is what peak performance looks like, because odds are this is going to be someone higher out there. But this is what high level performance looks like in a mid-performance setting. Let's see. Frying pan, stun, basic and elite enemies. Higher chance for hitting weapons. Electric, yeah, sure, why not? I got Jacob's Ladder. I don't know who Jacob is, but why not? Go ahead, come at me. Make this interesting for me and make me move if you can. Yeah. Come on, come on. We're almost there, we're almost there, come on. 20 minutes, come on. We're almost there, come on. 2 more minutes. Not because I gotta get more powerful, because I want to see like how absurd the effects get when I stack even more. Oh my gosh, does my voice come through all this insanity? Or is it just literally a cacophony of like fucking crescendo? Let me reduce down the audio a bit, because I'm not sure how obscene it is right now. Alright, I'm not sure if my voice was coming through before, but now it's like, it should be coming through now. Maybe not, but still. This is even, this is what insanity looks like at some point. Horde level 15, come on. Make me bleed, motherfucker, come on. Just all audio decay now. Come on, we're so close. We're so close. Give me that 20-minute mark already. I will stand my ground. Remember the Alamo. Remember the Alamo, boys. Remember the Alamo. Yeah! Yeah, we did it, boys. We did it. We reached the 20-minute mark. Alrighty. Let's conclude the run. You succeeded. Look at that. My engineer's like level 72. That's how you know I really like the engineer. It's the engineer. This is all his stuff right now. Alright, the ghost. Let's see, 1,000 cuts. Sure, why not? Let's do 1,000 cuts. Alright, you know, let me see, I think. There we go. Hardcore extermination. Beat the, yeah, so. One hit. Survive the hardcore. Okay. Alrighty then. Alrighty then, yeah, so that was, yeah, so that was yet another zombie game. Yeah, yet another zombie survivor game. The fuck? Come on. Alright, next up is a oldie but a goodie for some people. It's Vampire Survivor. Because why not? So, Vampire Survivor is one of those games that people on YouTube watched every now and then. I know that some YouTubers have covered it and played it. But yeah. So I'm gonna be doing the same thing, I guess. So as I mentioned prior, Vampire Survivors is did have like a bunch of had like a bunch of collaborations with other games. Among other things was like Konami games, so like Castlevania and Contra. Oh, let me see here. I just got an update for something. Guess not. Originally this game was a... Yeah, originally this game was a... Yeah, it was a... Shit, I'm trying to think. It was a mobile game initially, but afterwards it got ported over to Steam, and then... Yeah, it got ported over to Steam afterwards, and then, you know, it became a pay-to-play game. So, yeah. Let me see here. Who and what do I want to play as? Yeah, let's go with this lady. Yeah, let's go with the lady here. I don't know what she does, but I'm sure she's gonna be great. Let's see. I don't want to do any of the special stuff, so let's just go with something generic. Gallo Tower, why not? Alrighty. Hold on, give me a sec. It's been a while since I last did this, so... Okay, so sword, heart... Alright, yeah, I got it now. Because I can only carry like 6 items at a time. Some of them can combine, so that's what I'm gonna try and like focus on a bit. Ah, there we go, stone mask, there we go. Got the first component now. Get the Song of Mana up higher. I'm trying to remember, I think there is like a time limit of sorts when you play. And when I say that, I am actually referring to the fact that there is like legit like an actual yeah, there's like a legit actual like time limit for like how long you can play. I think it's like 30 minutes or something before the game technically ends. Fear the busty redhead coming through, boys. Yeah, let's get the Knight Sword to be higher now. Song of Mana again. So I'm just gonna get as much stuff as I can possible. If I can progress in sense of like getting like stuff unlocked, I'll take it. Let's just continue upgrading what we got on hand. Spellbinder. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's get that. Keep going down south, see what we got going on. Got some money. Let's up the garlic damage, shall we? Let me see. I don't think. Oh, yeah, no, it is. Okay. Oh boy, the tides are getting stronger against me. Let's see. You know, let's augment my area of attack, so that way, at the very least, I got something to work with. Alrighty, come on, come on. Let's see, fire off one more projectile. Sure, take that. I just love the fact that this lady's got like an after effect demonstrates the fact that she's moving fast as shit. Because that's how like Castlevania indicates and denominates that the there we go. But yeah, that's pretty much how Castlevania denominates when a character's like moving at like high speeds, like Alucard and such. Alucard, Soma, Simon, in some instances, Richter. Up, let's see, what do I get? What pile of garbage do I get, boys? Holy water boost. You know, that's not bad. To boost my holy water. One more projectile now. Let's see. Just keep buffing Song of Mana. I'm not sure if I unlocked Song of Mana as like special effects or what, but I'll take it. Because this is what she's got as a main damage dealer. Boost the candelabra, just use the candelabra to boost the effects. I'm just gonna try and power level my way through and get as much stuff as I can possible. Because at this point, if I could get to being the Eye of the Storm, Sorry. Yeah. If I could get to being like what is effectively in the Eye of the Storm when the Horde starts kicking off, that would be great. See. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Now we're cooking with something. Oh yeah, baby! 3 times! Oh! Alrighty. Garlic, a mask, and a tome. That's great. It's rad. Alright, so now these guys will no longer get that close to me immediately. Yep, boost that damage a bit more. So now we're pretty much getting into being in the middle of the Eye of the Storm a bit, you know? Not in totality, but we're getting close. So at the very least, these guys won't be a critical problem. Torono's box. I'll take it, why not? It's a cursed item, but you know, it boosts everything else. I'm sure this thing will probably attract more monsters or some shit, I don't know. Alright. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at that. That's some serious good chaining right there. Let's see, the Grim... I need to get the heart for me to get the Garlic's higher effect. The thing is with the garlic and the heart, you pretty much start siphoning health as you walk by. So that's always a... If I can get it, it will be always a must. Because at that juncture, it just becomes a really powerful effect. It's not great as a soul damage dealer, but as a way to like inflict more damage while your other effects start charging off. Yeah, no, it's like really good. Alright, yeah, look at that. AoE, the area of effect is going up now. Let's see. Get the stone mask up as much as possible because we're getting close for the night blade to be higher. God, look at this. This is just great. Are your dopamine receptors burnt out yet? I'll skip. I want to get the heart, damn it. Where's the fucking heart buff? It's like this game is like Monster Hunter or something like that, where it's like it knows I want like something, and now it's testing me. There we go. Yeah, now we're cooking now. So I now have boosted to my health. Oh my god, 3 again! Dun, 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 dun. Oh my god, guys. 3 stuff. Alright, now we're getting into the high effect stuff. Let's see, this regenerates health, so I'm gonna upgrade the Night Sword because right now it's not a priority to upgrade my regeneration effect yet. So far, right now, at the very least, let's get as much evolution gear possible is what I'm thinking. But yeah, we gotta get as much evolution gear as possible, so that way, at the very least, yeah, so when, like, the Eye of the Storm effect comes here, that's when we can, like, actually start, you know, culling the numbers a lot easier. I can sustain good while, but I would have to move around a lot. And would have to pray to God that I get, like, a shitload of crits, like, right now. Let's see. Let's get the garlic up, because that's the second closest to being finished. So yeah, at this point, just get as much damage out as possible. Buff my, buff the garlic to the final level. Silver Wind, why not? Because that will actually... Because I already have the effects stacking with it, so may as well get it. Get the Santa water out there too, why not? Oh my god. Stone Mask. Yeah, the Stone Mask is now done. We could get the Night Blade's final evolution form when it becomes available. Get Palmara to be up again. Because now they're going to be coming in higher droves and they're likely going to be able to bypass my defenses. Let's see, Silver Wind again to get more projectiles out, because at this point, let's just cover our screen in a shitload of effects. The guys at Vampire Survivor asked, how much stuff do we want on our player's screen? And the answer was, yeah, sure. Yeah, final evolution, boys. Muramasa. Drains health now. Alright, so Muramasa is now hurting me. However, it's hurting a lot of the enemies in turn. Sustain, motherfucker. Eat shit. Face the wrath of a red-headed woman with just wearing tavern wench gear. This is every Skyrim player's fantasy. Just literally have like a shitload of effects going on. Anyone that walks in proximity to them that they don't like will kill them. Just real quick, is there... Did I pass something? Sorcerer's Tears. Relic found. Allows speeding up time in stage selection. Hey, nice. Let me see. The Santa water. In the heat of battle, you just see some redhead just fucking around at this point. Oh my god. Get the Attractor Orb, because I don't think I've boosted it up yet. Let's see, how close am I to... Sure, why not? Get more Santa water. Oy vey. Keep on getting the Santa water at this point. Oh my god. Oh, I triggered a trapped card, but I got a treasure found. What refuse and garbage do I get now, boys? Oh my god, there we go. We got it, boys, we got it. Soul Eater. Look at that now. Just a giant black hole where I am. I'm siphoning as much health as possible. Oh my god. This is just absolutely disgusting. I'm regenerating health and I'm stealing people's health and now everything is just literally falling over as I walk. Yeah, I'm not taking that. Oh my god. Increase might, why not? Get myself more cursed. This is the way the developers intended the game to be played, right? God, is it normal for my eyes to be bleeding? This is gonna be a story to tell. Stories tell of a red-headed barmaid walking into some haunted castle. Why? Well, it's hard to say, really. But I think it was just due to the fact that Dracula owed a Hold the barmaid a tab. Oh my god. Now we're really in the Eye of the Storm effect right now. This is what I mean when I say Eye of the Storm. Because this is like a shitload of enemies in between from here to Timbuktu. Holy fuck. Look at this. There's more enemies on my screen than anything. And yet they're all falling over and dying. Oh my god. Oh my god, please stop! Oh, for fuck's sakes. Why? What the fuck? Oh, fucking god. It just keeps going. Keeps coming and coming and coming. Oh my god. Oh my goodness grief. It's like it was like 50 fucking levels up just in between. It's like, what's going on in front of me? I can't see. I'm just like alerting everyone to my presence, and yet that's not gonna help anyone. Everything is just falling apart as I walk by it. Oh no. Increase enemy speed and frequency by 100. Oh, there we go. Now we're... Yeah, bring them all to me. Bring them all to me, boys. I could use the extra XP. Why not? Oh, jeez. See, just get the lightning ring. I don't think I can... Yeah. So at this point, I would have like 3 evolution gears on my person now. There we go, the highest form of evolution for water. Labora. At this point, it's a hell's chance in trying to figure out if these guys will come after me and be like, oh hey, stop that barmaid from getting our lord's taxations. Oh my god. Look at that. Whoops, all wizards. Feel the wrath of water, you nut showering fucks. Oh my god. Yeah. Enemies come in like so much droves. Look at this. I got the Song of Mana. Oh god. Oh, there's a treasure chest I just walked by. Where's the treasure chest? Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? I gotta find where the treasure chest is, because that's the key to final evolution right now. I can't even see where the treasure chest is. It's so much fucking shit going on. Oh my god. Yeah, there's like so much shit going on, I can't fucking see anything. Yeah, the final evolution of the staff as well. Silverfest weakens enemies' defenses, so now they're gonna be even more pathetic. If they weren't pathetic before, they are now. God. Ugh. Yeah. Just keep on giving me money, alright? I'm collecting Dracula's taxes at this point. IRS came knocking. Alright. Let's see. Oh god, come on. Oh god. Alrighty. Oh my god, I just realized my kill count is like in the 44,000s at this point. Jesus Christ. Money! It's just all money. God, this is just... Oh, man. Come on, are we almost there? We're almost there to where the... Oh, hold on. Yeah, you want to increase the projectile speed by like a certain amount of time? Jesus Christ, they're gonna come even faster now and hit harder. At this point, does Dracula want to bother fucking showing up? He's just thinking to himself, man, I knew I should have stopped by that bar. This tavern wench is coming to collect the cash. Oh, we're almost there. We're almost there. Oh, God. Did I just pick up a chicken roast or something? More cash. Am I getting closer or colder to something? Like legit, there's like so much shit I can't see like what's in front of me anymore. So I'm literally like questioning like, oh, randomizo, yay! Recovering... Healing is doubled. Recovering HP damage nearby for enemies. Sure. This is just absolute insanity. Alright, I'm gonna call it a wrap from here, actually. I gotta get going now. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you want to see more, I'll be picking this up, likely next week. I'm gonna say reliably, but I'll try and do tomorrow, too. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the stream.